Hello, ladies and gents, boys and girls, people of all ages, sexualities and identities, and welcome back to another Doctor Who review. And today's Doctor Who review is none other than the Abominable Snowmen. The Doctor, Jamie, and Victoria land in Tibet in hopes of seeing one of the Doctor's oldest and dearest friends, a monk. But upon arriving at the monastery, nothing seems quite as it should be, and it turns out that all the monks at the monastery are very scared. The Doctor and his friends start to get an uneasy feeling that things have started to stir up since he's been gone. And it all has to do with a mysterious object and the appearance of a bunch of yeti. Jamie and Victoria are chased into a cave by a yeti, and leaving the Doctor alone to begin being bewildered at the temple as to exactly what has happened to his friend. But it turns out that the Doctor's not the only one who wants to see the High Monk. It turns out that a expedition scientist has turned up but seems to be getting attacked by multiple yeti up in the hills. The Doctor at first doesn't believe in the yeti, well, not until he sees them with his own eyes, and then he begins to realise that a greater power is at play. Some might even say, an intelligence. The Doctor finally manages to find his lost friend, and upon coming across the High Monk of the temple, he soon realises that this ancient power has possessed him and taken over his body. It aims to conquer the earth, and intends to use his body, but his body is very old and is decaying, and so the intelligence must find another mind. It tries to lynch onto the Doctor, but luckily the Doctor manages to defeat the yeti and remove the round balls. But in doing so, he knows that his battle with this great intelligence, as it calls itself, is not quite over, and he will have to face it once again. They also discover that the yeti are pretty much robots, all ranging from a series of mechanical parts. So, the Abominable Snowmen. What did I think of it as a story? It's a very solid story. It's a great mysterious introduction to the intelligence, and it's kind of why I've always loved the Great Intelligence, is it always has this eerie, unnerving mystery behind it. We don't quite fully know who the intelligence is or what they are. All we know is they come from far out of space and have knowledge beyond Earth itself. We also know that they start to like to pretty much possess people, hence possessing the old monk in this, and then going on to possess the professor and a lot of other people in the Web of Fear. So every single time the intelligence has come to Earth, it's had its motive, and it's also had a distinction between different types of foot soldiers, so to speak. In the classic series, we realise that they use the Yeti. In the modern series, we have the Snowmen and then the Whispermen. So it just shows that the Great Intelligence seems to evolve over time and everywhere it goes, because it needs to beat the Doctor. And it knows that these two minds are so alike and so vast compared to humanity that they are the only two who can truly battle one another. So, under the scoring card of the Abominable Snowmen, I was always very curious. I never quite truly knew this story, but when it was animated and I finally got around to watching it, I really loved the element of it's in Tibet, it's in the mountains, it's away from people, it's away from the military, so there's not necessarily a lot of backup that could help the Doctor in this scenario. It's a base under siege story, but kind of a story where the Doctor and his friends are sort of trapped. You could say in a web, you could say in many things, but they are definitely trapped by the intelligence on the basis that a lot of people have been controlled by the intelligence. So it gives the Doctor and his friends very little option on who they can and can't trust. For that reason, I give the Abominable Snowmen a solid 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next Doctor Who review. Until then, goodbye, stay beautiful, and have an incredible day.